It Go, freestyle. Let us know what you think in the chat. We're going to keep things moving before I talk too much. All right, let us know what you think in the chat. We've had a lot of the bass being too loud tonight. In this situation, the bass is too quiet in this mix. The kick is kicking, and there's a lot of low end in the kick, but we're losing a lot of that bass. Like the delivery on this. Of course, thank you for the note. Freestyle that MP3 on Instagram. Energy is here. Energy is really good in this. Vocal mix is actually really solid. It's the instrumental production mix that to me needs a little bit of work. And it's mostly in the balance, so that we can really get that energy from it. Like we lose that rhythmic element, I think, in this mix in the beat. The melodic aspects are there and they cut through perfectly. But we're lacking that like knock that I feel like you need from this a little bit more. Especially because there's a lot of energy in those rhythmic elements in the production. Yeah, it's interesting because I can feel the sub. It just feels so low at the same time. It's there. Vocals sound great though, and I will say, like, honestly, like, even the delivery and the writing style, it feels very like early 2000s New York, like almost reminiscent of Eve in some ways, and I really like that aspect of it. Shout out to Margaret Graham, who I think is singing the chorus on this too. He did a really good job. It really does have that like early 2000s feel to it. Low-key could be like a Lotto song from this most recent album too. It's mostly for me where it needs to improve is just in the oh, that's your biggest female, and I can tell that you listen to her, honestly. I think the flow is like super reminiscent of that era. It's catchy too. Honestly, it's a pretty catchy song. I really just think for me it's the balance in the production and the levels in the production that maybe lack a little bit. I'm gonna save it in this playlist. I'm gonna come back and listen to it next week before I make the content. It may or may not stay in the playlist, but I'm gonna run it back maybe on some different speakers and see how I feel about it. It could just be my my headphones too, but I think for me the only real feedback that I have on this, because I really enjoyed the song itself, I think the biggest feedback that I have is mostly on the mix and the production, and just making sure those rhythmic elements don't get lost or buried, because I do think that those parts kind of have that balance, they bring that balance to the forefront, and without that you lose some of that really fun aspect of the production in the mix, and that's really it.